Hi everybody, welcome back to A Glittery Life. Okay, so true confessions, I am pre-filming this video, as you can tell, because this is what I've been wearing in my videos this whole week. I am pre-filming this video because right now I am en route to Dallas for the Dallas makeup show with Smith Cosmetics. So if you're going to be there this weekend, come see me. I am so excited because I'm going to see some of my other YouTube friends like Laura from Miss Lilyn, Ashley from Texas Mommy of Boys, and just one of the most wonderful people I've ever met, Leslie from Lip Gloss Leslie. I can't wait to see those girls. And I'm just going to have some fun at the makeup show working with Smith Cosmetics. So, but I did want to do a favorites because I haven't done this in a couple weeks, but I have some products that are just really standouts for me right now, and I want you guys to know about them. First off, I have to tell you, because this is a big deal, Beautylish is releasing the Wayne Goss anniversary set of brushes again. They are doing a super limited quantity release of these. The anniversary set is the very first collection that Wayne launched, and the thing that makes it different is that it has it's like the writing is in pink. It's so cute. And I love these. I reach for these brushes every day. There is not a week that goes by that these are not well-loved used brushes, and it's a really great price for what you're getting. It's a great introductory to Wayne Goss, and it's also, if you have some of his other brushes and you don't have these, it's also a great way to fill out your collection. This is one of those things where you have to sign up for early access. So right there, right down below, I have included the link from Beautylish on how to sign up for early access. I don't want you to miss this because they go fast and they're just really special. And if you're a big old school Wayne Goss fan like I am, I wish he would get back to the kind of videos that he used to make. I feel like he's gotten a little bit off track and it kind of bums me out, but I think he's a wonderful human being, and his brushes, even more than that, are bombski. These are probably the top brushes in my collection. So I don't want you to miss this. Even if this video saves one of you from missing out on these, I will feel like I have done my due diligence to you guys as a makeup connoisseur, somebody who knows a lot. So sign up for early access if you even are thinking about wanting to get those. Okay, let's talk about something that is about to launch at Sephora. So It Cosmetics is going into Sephora's. In fact, they're going in this week. It's so exciting. And they are launching an exclusive line with Sephora called the ByeBye collection. So one of those items is ByeBye Pores, and it's their primer. It's oil-free, poreless, skin perfecting serum primer. Okay, I love primer. I think everybody should wear primer, and a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about primer, especially in the professional makeup industry. Lots of makeup artists do not like primer, or they don't use it. I am not one of those makeup artists. I think as a consumer, a customer, and a makeup artist, primer is essential for your skin, especially because it does protect your skin from absorbing any of that makeup and debris that your skin would maybe normally absorb without a primer. The other thing is it gives your makeup longevity, keeps your makeup in place instead of sliding all over the place and breaking down. Now, not every primer is a good primer, especially for your skin type. You have to find a primer that's right for your skin type. And I think we can all agree that oil-free has the makings of a good primer. I put this primer on the other morning, and I'm very critical, especially when I'm trying something for the very first time. So I've got the big magnifying mirror in front of my face, and I put it on one whole side of my face. Then I begin to examine my face. I want to see side by side what the difference is, how it looks, and especially because I have a lot of pores around my nose. Wish I didn't, but I do. A lot of pores around my nose. And so I am comparing those. And even right now too, because the surface of my skin is a little bit funky right now because the weather's changing and the seasons are changing. And so my skin texture is a little bit rougher than it normally would be right now. And I think probably too because of all the medication that I've been taking for my allergies and blah. So I was very critical looking for something that it was going to really make a difference. Holy moly, you guys, I couldn't believe it. I legitimately was I texted my best friend who works for It Cosmetics, and I was like, okay, It Cosmetics is here to play ball. That ByeBye Pores primer is no joke. And she like texted me back, she's like, I know it's one of my favorite things that we have. So when this launches at Sephora and you are looking for a good primer, especially if you have pores and you've been liking some of the other ByeBye Pores, like I actually do not like the ByeBye Pores powder. It actually feels like it makes my pores look bigger. This, on the other hand, does not. The other thing too is I have it on today. It's 100 degrees outside today. If that tells you anything about what fall is like in Los Angeles, it's so hot. I have this stupid cast on, so I'm like a furno already just because the cast makes my like body so hot. And I like bought a new chair today. You can see it behind me, like, because I didn't have a chair at my desk, and I had to like lug this thing from the car to the house and then downstairs. And doing anything when you have a broken leg and a cast on is so hard, and it's so hot. We don't run our air conditioning, and so I expected that I would have to fully touch my face up before I started filming. Nope, I definitely did not have to touch my face up. Now hopefully in the viewfinder that doesn't look like a mistake. So hopefully on your TVs and mobile devices and computers, that's still not a mistake, but it has really held my makeup together through a pretty hot, sweaty day. So can't go wrong with that. And my guess is that's gonna be probably in that like $40 range, $42 range. I think that's what a lot of like the IT Cosmetic prices come in at, like $42. Okay, so another thing that I'm really obsessed with right now for your skin is the Marula Pure Beauty Oil. And this is their facial oil, but you can also use it on your like cuticles and your hair. This is so great. It's so funny. I've got about like, I've used about this much, which I feel like I use it a lot and it's just not going down. It's pretty awesome, but I only use like 1 drop. But you can mix it with your foundation for a more glowy look. You can use it at night. I use it specifically at night as a kind of like a night treatment for my skin, just to help really hydrate my skin at night. And I feel like I always wake up with such a beautiful glow, and that even retains like throughout the day, even if I've washed the product off. So this has been such a great like find for me. And it's so funny because I think this is a little bit of a sleeper product. I don't hear people talking about this. It is at Beautylish, it is at Sephora, and it's so funny because I just don't see people talking about this, but it's pretty bomb. Okay, so I mentioned in my most recent haul, if you haven't seen my most recent haul, I'll just link it right up here for you. I got this Charlotte Tilbury Beach Stick, and this is the shade Las Salinas, and it's like this cute little like pinky, just like cute, summery, beautiful pink. They had so many other shades. It was really hard for me to choose like what color I wanted, but I just felt like this one would be great for my fair skin. And this has quickly become one of those things that I'm like obsessed with. I put it on every day before I put my blush on. I've been using it as a lip tint. I actually have had to fish it out of my purse for this video because it's one of those things where I'm like, this is perfect in my purse, because sometimes like as the day wears on, I just feel like I need to give a little pick-me-up on my cheeks and my lips to look a little friendlier. And this is just like one of those like perfect products to do that with. And then last for my favorites, I want to talk about 2 Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. And if you haven't watched my big announcement yet, I'll link that right up here for you. But I finally posted my big announcement video and it is connected to Natasha Denona. So I do want to show you these 2 quints. Going into fall, it's so fun to have like a really nice, like kind of warm, like ruddy, like toned eye. And so these are eyeshadow palette number 4 and palette number 13. And let me swatch these for you so that you can really kind of get an idea. I'm going to go ahead and swatch number 4 for you first. And it is this beautiful like russets and golds, and it's just so beautiful. And then I'll swatch number 13 for you, which has got a little bit of matte in it and got a little bit of shimmer and some green. So I will swatch those for you right now. Okay, so this first shade is Aurora. Next to it is Cool Bronze, which I love so much. Next to it is Oxide, which is almost this deep like rusty red. Then you have Cool Plum, which is a perfect transition shade. It's a little bit more sheer. And then next to it you have Moonstone. And these are just so fantastic. These are just so beautiful. This is just one swipe. Literally, this is what I'm doing. I'm dipping my finger in the product and just swiping it. That's just like, that's crazy. These are so blendable. They're really wearable. And I know some of you haven't dipped your toe into the Natasha Denona eyeshadows yet because they're really kind of, I mean, I don't think they're that expensive, but if you buy the big palettes, it seems like a lot of money. But her quints are $48, so I mean, it's an investment for sure. Now, Beautylish does have the flex pay plan, so maybe if you're picking up the Wayne Goss brushes, you'll add one of these onto it and just flex pay it. That's not a bad way to do it. But they're just so beautiful. But like, look how rich this is just for fall. Just really beautiful. And then number 13 has a couple velvet shadows, a pearl, and then a metallic. And one of the things that makes me so sad is when I hear older women, I mean, I'm 40, so I count in that, like, you know, not a kid anymore range. I get so sad though when I hear older women say they can't wear like shimmer or sparkles or anything like that, that they just have to wear like matte eyeshadows from here on out. And actually that is like a really bad advice. You have to just sparkle responsibly and shimmer responsibly, but when you get something like this that is so pigmented and really buttery, you can absolutely do a full shimmer eye look because of the texture of the shadow. If you get a really cheap shimmer or cheap a cheap sparkle, and you have a textured eyelid, it's not gonna go white, right? It's not gonna look very good. But honestly, a cheap matte looks horrible on textured eyelids also. So you are not ruled out of the Natasha Denona game. So let me just swatch these for you real quick. So this is Pinja, which is a pearl. This is Sandstorm, which is a velvet. This is Arizona, which is a velvet. Flamingo is that really sheer one right there, which is also a velvet. And then Umber, which is a metallic and so beautiful. These are some of my favorite shades. And Pinja is a really beautiful duochrome. It looks very green in here, but you can see it's very duochrome on the hand. So also very duochrome on the eye. So I hope that helps you pick out some good fall eyeshadows. And I do want to say, somebody asked me recently if I would readdress how I feel about the Makeup Atelier eyeshadows. Let me tell you, I would order every single one of these quints if I had unlimited resources. This is Wood Pink. This is by far my favorite one, the one I reach for all the time. In fact, I got the Anastasia palette and I got this at the same time. I like never wear my Anastasia palette, which I thought I would. The Modern Renaissance, it's so perfect. It's like my, ideally should be my favorite palette, but I have been wearing Wood Pink all summer. In fact, a lot of you recognize it when you're watching my videos. You're like, oh, it looks like Wood Pink on your eyes. It is. The other one that I think is really worth it that I wear a ton is Urban Gray. I love a grayish, like smoky eye, and so I can't wait for winter to roll around. This will be kind of my probably my go-to for a just kind of a nice deeper darker winter look. And interestingly enough, some of these are pretty sheer, and so it gives you just a beautiful, like a perfect smoky eye actually looks like a cloud that is hanging on your eyelid from your lash line and then just diffuses up. So if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture recently of some makeup I did for a client, and it was a really heavy, very defined, like 60s inspired smoky eye. That's not my favorite kind of smoky eye. It looked killer on her. It was so amazing, and it was for her birthday. It was like perfect, but really more of that like cloudy, like gray tone smoky eye is actually more appropriate for most of us and a lot more forgiving and just a lot easier to execute. So if you like that, or if you've always wanted to have the right thing for a smoky eye, then the Urban Gray palette is perfect for that. But Wood Pink, I want all of my subscribers to have this. If I was rich, I would buy 100 of these and do a giveaway so that 100 of you could have this. That's how much I love this palette. So, and actually my good friend Kim, what up Kim? YouTube made us friends, and I'm going to her wedding in a couple weeks in Alabama, so that's exciting. She texts me all the time and she was like, these don't disappoint. She's like, these are the best eyeshadows I've ever used, and Homegirl has a collection that makes mine look like an amateur. These are also waterproof and they just don't budge. So it is, they're not that expensive. Let's see, these are, let me tell you how much these are. I just happen to have the Beautylish app open right now, so let me tell you. That's no shock to anybody, I'm sure. I think I need to sometimes I'm like, you should take that app off your phone. Cause you know, when you're like waiting, you're like, oh, I'll just go on Beautylish for a minute. $100 later. It's like Target, but only better. $35. So obviously there is a price point difference between these two palettes, these two shadows. They don't compare because they're not the same kind of shadow. So it'd be like comparing apples to oranges, but I gotta tell you, I just love both of them. So if you're on a little bit more of a budget and you like more of that like kind of neutral, like more, not neutral because they have all kinds of colors, but just very like wearable, a little bit less, like they're pigmented, but they're not like that buttery pigment than the Natasha ones. They're very much like that pigment that the Viseart palettes are. So I don't know, I just think you can't go wrong. I'm gonna link everything down below for you guys because I'm gonna try to make your lives easy. So sorry that this was such a long favorites video. How'd that get away from me? But anyway, love you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.